Hey everyone, it's Brett from Hope to Prosper. I'm on a big adventure today. I'm coming to you from Newport, Oregon. I'm on the Oregon coast and I am hiking the Oregon Coast Trail. It's really awesome. Been up in the forest, been down at the beach right now, and just having the time of my life. So anyways, I wanted to tell you today's subject is the top five things I love about being early retired. I bet you guys can guess that this is one of them. So anyways, I'm on a huge adventure. I'm bringing you along. Thanks for coming, and I hope you enjoy this little trek today. I'm just having a blast. All right, talk to you soon. So, the top 5 things I love about early retirement. If you're already retired, you probably already know these things and they probably come as no big surprise. But if you're still working, you may not have thought of some of these things, and I'm sharing them with you in hopes that maybe you don't hang on to your career a little longer than you need to and consider a new life with these things involved. So, without any further ado, the number one thing, and I picked this as number one for a reason, because it's probably the biggest thing, is freedom. You know, some people go back to work because they have nothing to do. I'm just the opposite. I love to work, but I love freedom even more. My dad called it being the master of your own day, and to wake up in the morning and to have complete freedom on what you're going to do, freedom with your time specifically, and freedom to just choose what you want to do with your day and your life in general. Instead of having to do what someone else pays you to do and being chained to the desk or chained to the phone, you have freedom. And so that's the most important thing for me, is self-determination, being able to choose what I want to do with my life and not being told what I can and can't do by someone who pays me. So that's number one for a reason. Number 2 is adventure. Oh man, I'm just loving this. You know, I started traveling a lot at the end of my career. I had Fridays off. I had negotiated Fridays off, so I did a lot of travel last year. But now it's just even better. You know, I'm going on 4 major vacations. 2 of them are already completed, and I got 2 coming up next month. And then I'm probably going to do somewhere between 8 and 10 weekends. Camping trips, like this adventure to the Oregon coast where I rented a big Airbnb for my family, and other trips, like I'm going to do the Great Plains tour, where I'm going to go through all the Great Plains states, see Rushmore, Badlands, all that. All these adventures, I could never do this when I was working, and if I was on an adventure, man, my phone would be blowing up, for sure the network would go down, people would call me, my boss, wanting things. It's different when you're on an adventure and no one's calling on your phone. It's really nice. So number 2 is adventure. Number 3, sleeping in. This is going to sound like a silly thing, but you know, some people are early risers and I'm not. I like to just relax, get up around 7:30 or 8. You know, I don't sleep my days away, but just to be able to get up when I feel like getting up. Sometimes I may wake up in the morning and in the middle of the night and not get enough sleep, so I'll just take an extra hour. I don't have to jump up to an alarm clock at 6:30 and get in my car and commute down to my job. I can just decide when I want to get up, and it's a really nice thing. Especially like I just went on this vacation, got home at 2 in the morning, and instead of jumping up on Monday, I was able to just sleep in till 9:30. Okay, another thing that's interesting and something I really love are weekdays. And I know this sounds funny, but, you know, when you work, you just despise weekdays. People hate Mondays, and they're all happy on Friday. Man, when you're retired, it's just the opposite. You love going on, it's Tuesday. You know, me and my wife went on a nice big walk at the beach, and then we ate breakfast at our favorite French place. No one's around. It's really nice. I live in a beach town in Southern California. It's kind of touristy, and man, during the summer, you don't want to go. You don't want to go to. You can't go to some of the restaurants I like to go to on a Saturday morning unless you want to wait for 45 minutes. And so you get to where it flips around to where you really like weekdays, and then weekends are kind of a hassle. So that's another fun thing is weekdays. You can go to the post office. You can go to the bank. You can go out to eat. It's great. And the last thing, and this is something that you may or may not be interested in, for me, is solitude. I know this is going to sound weird, but I had a really demanding job, and I was on call. And my phone would blow up, and my email would blow up, and people would be constantly in my office. And anytime I tried to do a programming project or something like that, it would get constantly interrupted. And I didn't have a lot of time for solitude for myself, to think, to plan, and just to enjoy my life at a peaceful rate without being constantly contacted. So the solitude is a really big thing for me, and it's really nice. That's one of the reasons that I hike so much or I walk so much, is because it comes with solitude. I can just sit by myself and talk or think to myself, and I'm not constantly having to talk to people and being interrupted. So solitude's the top 5. If you have a different top 5, or there's something else you think in early retirement or retirement is your top 5, boy, just leave it in the comments. And for me, maybe I haven't considered it yet. So that's my top 5. I'm really loving it. I am enjoying it. I'm so glad that I chose to just call it a career, and instead of trying to, bust out a couple more years to get a couple more $100,000, instead I'm just free, and I'm enjoying my life now, and I'm not missing the extra income. I just am doing with less and enjoying it more. All right, so that's the end of it. That's all I have for now. Just let me know if you have any questions, comments, and thanks for coming along on my adventures. Hey everyone, end of the line. I made it back to Depoe Bay. I got about 15-20 minute walk to back to the house, but basically I'm back home. 15-miler. Man, I'm beat. I am beat, but epic journey, amazing scenery. So anyways, thanks for coming along. Had a blast. Glad I could take you with me. Hope you enjoyed the subject matter. I know it's a little bit of a humble brag, but I really am enjoying my retirement. Okay, so I wish you all health, happiness, and prosperity, and we'll see you next week. We're going to have another epic journey. I'm going up to Big Bear with my wife, so I'm going to hike the Pine Knot Trail. So I'll see if I have some footage for that. All right, have a great day.